my name's Tasha. I am a social service worker here, and I'm going to be helping you out. Is that okay?
Yep.
Awesome. So I just need to go over a couple other things with you before we get started. Is that okay?
Okay.
Awesome. So the first thing is just confidentiality. So it's just so that you know everything you and I talk about is going to stay between us. I'm not going to go tell anybody else, and I'd hope the same thing from you as well in case we share anything together.
Okay.
The only time I'm ever going to share anything with anybody else is if it's court ordered. So by law, I need to share it. If you are at risk of harming yourself or somebody else, or if there's a child at risk. Is that okay?
Okay.
All right. There are also a couple instances where I might want to talk to one of my colleagues or check in with my supervisor. Are you okay with that?
What is that? What would that entail?
So if you posed a question to me and I didn't have the answer for it, I wouldn't want to leave you high and dry. So maybe I'll reach out to a colleague or a supervisor and I'll try and keep it as anonymous as possible so that we don't breach any trust that you and I have built so far. Does that sound good to you?
That's fine.
Cool, okay. Next thing is, what's brought you in today?
I'm just really stressed out. It's exam season.
Mm-hmm.
This is my second year.
Yeah.
But first year, I haven't done well so far.
Okay.
And I'm really struggling. It's really hard.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go home and be a failure.
That's fair. That's a genuine concern.
Yeah, and just because my parents, I'm the first one to go away to university in my family, so they're really, excited that I'm there, and they're putting a lot of pressure on me to do well, but I'm finding it very hard, and I don't know if it's the right program for me either,
Okay.
but
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Do you mind if I ask which program you are in?
I am in psychology.
Psychology, okay.
Yeah, in a minor in sociology, but it's just, I don't even know what I want to do as a career anymore, and I just, I don't know.
Is that why you're concerned about whether or not you're in the right program? Is you questioning your career choices?
Yeah, I don't know, I was always told that if I was smart I'd go to university, but right now I feel really stupid, and I don't even know what I'm going to end up with at the end, and, I want to be able to support my family when I'm done school, because they've been supporting me this whole time, and I don't know if this is the right path for that.
Yeah, okay.
I don't really know.
Okay. I just want to take you back to the one comment you made that you felt stupid.
Yeah.
I just want to touch base on that because if you made it this far, you've made it into university, you're here, you're doing the work, that's not the case at all because there are many people who aren't able to reach that goal. For you to be the first in your family is huge, and I understand that can be a lot of pressure, right?
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah, it is a lot of pressure. Yeah.
Have you talked to anybody else or your family, friends, or anything about the struggles that you're having?
Not really, because I'm the oldest, so I want to be a good face for everybody.
Yeah.
And, my parents don't really get it. They're really riding on. They're so proud that I'm here, so I'm just...
You don't want to let them down?
No, I don't want to let them down.
That's hard. That is a lot of pressure, especially if they don't understand exactly what you're going through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you have any friends in school with you or anything?
Yeah, I met a few in first year, and so I've got 2 roommates that, I was really close with. It's, just you live with people, and it's a lot different than being friends with them, but I'm still okay with them.
Yeah.
So, I've got friends here, so it's nice. I don't live far. It's not far from home.
That's nice.
I'm only an hour away, so my family's only an hour away, so I can visit, but yeah, it's just a lot, and I don't really know how to make it. I want to do better, but I don't know how to make it better.
Yeah. Is where you're living right now, is it conducive of studying and getting good sleep and everything like that?
Conducive?
Sorry. Is it does it allow you to get your studying done and everything like that?
No, I live in a house that has 5 separate apartments in it, and so we live in the attic of this house, and so the downstairs neighbors party a lot, and it's quite a lot. We talk to them, but they party all the time. Yeah, and there's a lot of people who are in the house.
Yeah, it's hard when you have that many apartments and that many people, different views, different values.
Yeah.
Are they all students as well?
Yeah, it's a student house.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you been able to find anywhere else to study, or have you looked at all?
The thing is the library is always busy, and I don't know where to find study rooms. I think they exist, but I don't know where to even start.
Yeah. Okay.
There.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know, it's kind of hard for me to even, get out of bed sometimes. I don't want to leave my bedroom to go study somewhere else.
That's hard. I know when I was in school, the big thing that I always do was put my headphones in, and if you were able to, I'm not sure if you are the same or not, but just turn your music up fairly loud so you can't hear anything else. Sometimes music without lyrics is really helpful.
Yeah. I do that. It's just I'm always like looking around my bedroom and then find things to clean. Yeah. And I do that instead.
Distracts you.
Yeah.
Are there any like friends or classmates that you could maybe like set a study date with and maybe go to the information or the help desk or something and try and book a room through them? Or?
Maybe. Just, I don't know. I don't really like a lot of people that I sit around in my classes.
Yeah. That's hard too.
They're all really entitled and I just don't like it.
Not your people.
No.
That's fair. I understand that.
It's also kind of why I don't really like the program either.
Yeah. Have you considered different programs or anything that might be interesting to you?
Yeah, but again, it's like kind of just going back to like, I went away because my parents think that I want to be a psychologist, and like I did, but then I didn't realize that you have to have a PhD to do that, and it's a lot of school, and I don't know if I don't think it's a good fit for me, and so now, like I don't really know where to go from there, because I would feel like even more of a failure if I were to drop it completely.
Absolutely. That's a tough thing to go home from.
Yeah.
Do you know if there's somebody at the school that you could talk to, maybe like your program coordinator, maybe if there's something in a similar field, because I know a lot of university courses sometimes have a general first and sometimes second year before you really get specialized. So maybe if you switched into like a social work degree or sociology instead of psychology, maybe if you talk to your dean or your coordinator, they might be able to help you find other fields.
Yeah, I never really thought about that.
Is that maybe something that you would consider?
Yeah, probably. Just because I want to be happy being here.
Yeah, and if you're going to be spending the money to be in school, you want to make sure you get an education that you're most likely to be able to use, right?
Exactly. That's the biggest thing.
And then, so you talked about being concerned about having the discussion with your parents. Is it mostly just because you don't want them to be disappointed in you, or is it like nervousness? Or
yeah, well, like I said, like they both work okay jobs, but they've always wanted us to do better than them, and I am the oldest, so, and like my little sister, she's like 3 years younger than me, so she's just starting to think about school, so I'm like, and we're really close, so I don't want her to not think that university is an option because I don't like it.
Yeah. You want to set a good example for her.
Yeah, and that's what I'm worried about. And then my little brother after that, like he's not even in the realm of thinking about it right now, but I still want him to know that that's an option for him.
Do you think if maybe you wait to have the conversation until you kind of found a more suitable path for you, it might be easier on you to have that discussion?
Maybe if I had an outcome instead of me just bringing it to them and not having any, like just kind of leaving it up in the air.
Yeah.
And then just getting mad at me for not knowing what I want to do.
Do you think they would get mad at you?
Maybe not mad. Maybe mad's the wrong word. But I would feel like they were mad just because they'd be, I guess, disappointed is the better word. Yeah, and having a parent disappointing you is probably one of the hardest feelings ever, even more than the mad, right? Yeah, because I love my parents a lot, so I just want to make them happy. So yeah, it's just, and the exams, like my teachers don't. I've tried to email a few of my profs to like help me, and they're not really interested in doing that. Like their office hours have gone, and they don't even answer the questions that I ask them. So like I've literally gone to an office hour and asked a question, and they said they weren't allowed to answer that, and then they wouldn't help me by answering anything else like around it. So I just left puzzled.
Yeah. Do you know if they offer tutoring or anything at your school?
No, I don't know.
No, you don't know? Okay. Maybe that's something that you can look into, because if you can't get the answers from the teachers, maybe by getting a tutor, if you decide to stay in this program, or even if you decide to switch programs and you're still struggling a little bit, maybe getting a tutor might help you out.
Yeah, maybe.
I've heard that a lot of schools offer them for free, so you don't have to concern yourself with the money part of things.
That'd be good.
Yeah, is money tight for you?
Money's full, because my parents, they're helping a lot, and then OSAP is paying for the rest, essentially. Yeah. So they wanted to make sure I didn't have to work while I was in school, which I'm really thankful for.
Yeah.
But that's why I feel more of a failure, because I have so much time to do all my homework, and I'm still not doing well.
Sometimes it doesn't come down just to the time, though. Like, it's understanding the content, or having a good teacher, or having a conducive area to study.
Yeah. I really think it's the teachers. I'm just not learning because they're all so smart.
Yeah.
And they use a lot of language that I don't understand, and it's just a lot too.
Yeah, no doubt. Your class sizes, are they quite large?
Yeah, there's I've never had a class less than with like 60 people in it at least. Like I think that was the smallest one, and that's this semester. The last semester was like over 100 kids in each class.
And that's hard to get that support from the teachers, right?
Yeah, well they're just there to spew whatever they believe in, and then go from there. That's the hardest thing, is I don't know how to write it for them.
Yeah, and that's a thing too I found when I was in school. Like, you had to write for the teacher, not for the class or the program.
Which is really stupid. I think it's stupid.
Yeah, I would 100% agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, school, there are many ways that the school system could be improved to better support students like yourself. And unfortunately, it takes baby steps for them to get that.
Yeah.
But the tutoring, trying to talk to the help desk, see if they can direct you to find an area to study.
Yeah.
And I know you don't necessarily like the people you go to class with, but sometimes forming a study group, and just kind of gritting your teeth and getting through, sometimes having a peer explain something to you is a lot more easy to understand because they speak to your level, right?
Yeah.
They don't speak to you as like a PhD way up here, they speak to you as a person.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's true.
If it is like that you really dislike everybody in your class, like I think the tutor is like, because usually they're upper semester or upper year, but they still understand everything you're going through. They understand the content and how it can be difficult, so sometimes they can help you out with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I just have a big project due like in 2 weeks, and I haven't even started it yet. It's just too much for me to even start into. Yeah.
Have you thought about maybe like breaking it down and taking it step by step, or?
I've like tried doing that in the past, and I've always just left it to the last minute.
Yeah. Do you find that you're productive in the last minute?
Well, a lot more than leading up to the 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. What if you were made to make like deadlines for yourself? Do you think that you would follow those deadlines? Like, I need to have so many words written by the end of today, and then I can watch Netflix. Is that something that might work for you?
Maybe. It's just a matter of me actually like sticking to it.
Yeah, that's a hard thing too.
Yeah.
The actual sticking to.
Yeah.
I know with big assignments, what I've found success with is just making a task list. And if I have 2 weeks leading up, just trying to do at least one thing, even if it's a super small thing, and just tick it off. And then if there's still a bunch and you have to cram it, it's less work than if you were to cram it all at once.
That's true.
Yeah.
Even just figuring out what I'm going to do.
Yeah, pick a topic, like baby steps.
Yeah.
Because it can be quite intimidating.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm just really nervous about this semester because I can't fail.
Absolutely, I understand that.
Can't fail.
That's a hard thing to go home with.
Yeah.
So you've reached out to your teachers. And you had some issues reaching out to your teachers. Do you know if they have like a supervisor that you could talk to about the way that the teachers have been conducting themselves?
I have no idea. I don't even think it matters at this point because they've got tenure or whatever, and they're there to do research. This is the problem.
Not to teach.
Well, they're there to teach, but that's like a third thing on their list is teaching.
What about the TAs? Are you able to reach out to them for assistance?
Haven't really talked to the TAs that much just because I didn't really understand what their role was.
Yeah. Sometimes they're a really good middleman for the prof. So maybe even, I feel like some of them do tutoring as well. So maybe if you could book like office time or something like that with a TA, they might be able to re-explain the content to you. And again, it's somebody who's a little bit younger. They don't have that ginormous PhD to hold over your head.
Yeah.
So it might be something a little bit easier to understand.
Maybe. That's a good idea too. Probably end up doing that. Because I'm trying.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just need to do it and do well. Yeah. So I'm just, because it's just all the final essays are due.
All the last time.
It's all the exams. They're all within the next 3 weeks. It's stressful.
Have you started prepping for your exams at all?
No.
Again, same thing, study, cram at last minute?
Yeah, well, like, the exam schedule is all, like, because it's separate exam schedules, so you get X amount of days, hopefully, to study for it, so it's hard for me to start now.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So, kind of to recap kind of some of the stuff that we went over, so maybe reaching out to the help desk to see if you can find like a study room or something, if they can direct you. maybe talk to